Hello everyone, I'm Prasad Amonkar, real estate consultant and real estate coach. The main objection which comes from a lot of real estate agents, maybe a startup or an intermediary or an expert, is how do we ask for our brokerage from clients. Even an expert, sometimes it becomes difficult for him to get that brokerage from the clients. There may be some agents who follow a proper system and they have never got clients who default with them. There could be, of course, because they follow a system. When I started business, even I had this issue of default from clients, or sometimes they would cry for not giving the brokerage, or maybe giving over a period of time deferred payment, or maybe a half payment, or maybe sometimes they would find flaws in your services. After the entire work is done, showing them properties, after doing a proper site viewings with them, maybe 5 or 10 site viewings, and then later on facilitating the entire deal, and at the end of the day, they would come out with some flaw which would affect getting your payments. This has happened to me as well. So if for a client, if he has to look for some flaw in the service, he will find one. This is common everywhere. Now, I used to always ask me, like, how do I cover, how do I protect myself from getting that brokerage? Of course, I followed some system, like taking the commitment, taking the acknowledgement from the clients, like on a WhatsApp or an email or a written acknowledgement from the clients. And particularly most of the times it was through mail. This worked for me, and if the clients had not good intentions, even if you have something written, they would still default. It is you. Later on, I realized that it's not about the client, it's about me, whether I really deserve this kind of payment or no. So if I am confident that I deserve this payment, I have worked for it, I have so much of inventory, I have worked for that inventory, I have such a good network, I have worked for that network, I have so much of knowledge about real estate, I have worked to gain that knowledge and get that knowledge from the system, from people and everywhere, and over the period of time. So that's my forte, that's my skill, and I should be paid for it. So if I believe that I should be paid for the service I give, then that money will come to you. Also, one more thing I realized, that certain clients who do not want to pay your brokerage, you will find that from the first meeting itself. If you ask for some kind of acknowledgement, they would delay in giving you that acknowledgement over the mail or WhatsApp or a phone call. They would say, like, okay, let's see later, you show me the properties, then we will discuss. Nothing. You cannot discuss your brokerage after the property site visits are done, after everything is discussed, after the meeting with the clients, the buyer and the seller. This cannot happen tomorrow. It has to be done before the entire process even starts. If you find, the first tip would be, if you find some clients who want to discuss your brokerage, no. Say no to them straight away. And some clients who bargain, who want to negotiate with your brokerage, tell them don't negotiate with the brokerage, which is 2% or maybe 3%. Try to focus on that 98% or the 97% of the entire amount. Suppose you're talking about a property which is worth 5 crores. Or let's say if the property is worth 1 crore and he's negotiating for that 2%, don't tell him to negotiate for 2%. Let's focus on that 98 lakhs of the amount which he's going to receive. Get him a good client, give him a good service, get him a good buyer. Or if he's a buyer, get him a good seller, get him a clean property, get him a clear title property, get him a good deal. Tell him to focus on that 98% of the amount which is going to invest in the property, and not that 2% amount. That 2% is paid to you so that you, for your inventory, for your network, for your skills, for your negotiation skills, and so many other things which you have developed over a period of time. First thing is that you should know about your skill. You should have confidence that I am worth to be paid that kind of money. If you are confident, your clients will pay you. Your clients will acknowledge that, okay, this is the service you are giving me and this I owe you. And the deal will be smooth. 99% of the times, if you have the right client, if you can gauge a right client, you will never have these defaulters. Now I can't guarantee you that, But 99% of the times, if you can gauge your clients from day one, how you can gauge that? It straight away when you ask them, sir, my brokerage, my professional fees, or whatever you call, my consultancy fees is 2% of the sum under consideration of the entire deal, or maybe 1 month rent brokerage, or 2 months rent brokerage, or maybe 3% or 5% of the outright deals. So this is my brokerage and these are the services I provide. Your client says yes immediately. That's your right client. Work with him. Or there would be another client who would say, try to negotiate first instant, but he would say, no, okay, I'm fine with the brokerage. He's also a good client. The third client would be, okay, we'll talk about it later. No, he is not. The fourth client would be, I think this is not right. We will have to discuss about it. Maybe 1% is good. Why are you taking so much of money? What do? Will you handle my documents and everything? All these things. No. Try to evaluate. If you think that this person is not even acknowledging or signing any document with you, what will you pay him? What will he pay you tomorrow? If today he is bargaining so much, you think he will pay you your brokerage or professional fees tomorrow? That you decide. The first screening has to come from you. You will save upon all these default payments from the buyers. All the best.